Hey friend, welcome back. This is the Daily Spark. Let's learn something fun today. Well, before we start, I have a little confession to make. Last night, I was standing in my dark kitchen at midnight. I was totally exhausted. I opened a fresh box of chocolate chip cookies, promising myself I would eat just one. You know the feeling, right?
Oh, I definitely know that feeling, Ryan. The classic midnight cookie disappearing act. That dark, quiet kitchen environment is exactly when our willpower decides to go to sleep. It happens to the best of us.
Exactly. I looked down 10 minutes later and suddenly half the box was completely gone. Just empty crumbs. I felt so guilty, like I had zero self-control. I woke up this morning still feeling bad about it.
Well, spoiler alert, Ryan. It is not your fault that you ate those cookies. Your brain was actually doing exactly what it was built to do thousands of years ago. It is purely biology.
Wow. That makes me feel so much better. I think a lot of us feel terrible when we give in to our sweet tooth.
Oh,
But learning English or learning about our bodies shouldn't be about guilt. It's about figuring things out together. Today, we are talking about sugar. We will discover exactly how sugar tricks your brain, why we crave it, and learn simple ways to take back control.
To help us understand what is really going on, we have an amazing guest today. Dr. Marcus Thorne is a nutritional neuroscientist. He studies the connection between our brains, our guts, and our sugar habits. Basically, he knows exactly why I ate 3 cookies at midnight yesterday. Marcus, welcome to the show.
thanks, Ryan. I'm thrilled to be here. And do not worry about those midnight cookies. I always say I study the brain so I can enjoy my ice cream without the guilt.
I love that. We need to put that on a t-shirt. So, let's start with the big question. Have you ever wondered why a single piece of chocolate almost always turns into eating the whole bar? Because, I always tell myself just one square, but well, that never happens.
It happens to the best of us. You are not weak.
Right.
It all comes down to a very old survival system. Imagine your brain is a very strict accountant. It wants to save as much power as possible for a rainy day.
Okay, so my brain is counting my calories like money in the bank.
Exactly. And in nature, sugar is very rare. Finding sweet food is like finding a $100 bill on the sidewalk. When you eat vegetables, your brain says, okay, here's $1. But when you eat sugar,
It hits the jackpot?
exactly, your brain lights up. It says, grab it, grab all of it. We might never find this much easy fuel again.
Even though I live next to a supermarket and I'm definitely not starving. I can order food from my phone while sitting on my sofa.
True, but your brain doesn't know about smartphones or 24-hour supermarkets. It still thinks you're wandering through a forest 10,000 years ago, preparing for a long winter. So when you eat that first piece of chocolate, your brain throws a massive party.
It sends out a signal saying more, right? It wants to keep the party going.
Yes, and fighting that signal is incredibly hard. You're not just fighting a bad habit. You're fighting thousands of years of human history. Biology is begging you to eat the sugar. Honestly, Dr. Marcus, why is it so hard to stop eating sweets once we start?
That is the million-dollar question, Ryan. It happens to everyone.
Like last week, I bought a small bag of chocolate chip cookies. I told myself I would just eat just two cookies. Well, an hour later, the whole bag was totally empty.
We've all been there. It's honestly not your fault. Your brain is actually just using a survival mechanism. A survival mechanism is a built-in tool. It keeps you alive in dangerous situations.
A survival mechanism. That sounds so intense and dramatic. How does it feel when we use this English phrase?
It feels very powerful. It feels completely automatic, kind of like breathing. Imagine a small squirrel hiding nuts for a long winter. That instinct is a basic survival mechanism.
Interesting. So my brain thinks those cookies are incredibly rare?
Exactly. It makes you crave them instantly.
Ah, I see. So the word crave means I strongly, desperately want them.
Yes, in wild nature, sugar is actually very hard to find. Sweet fruit is often hidden high up in the trees. So when you find it, your brain gives you a massive chemical reward.
Got it. So the reward is a prize for finding the hidden sugar.
Yes, it says eat it all right now. You need the stored energy.
Wow. So my modern brain thinks I'm starving in an ancient forest. Precisely.
And sugar gives your body a quick burst of energy.
A quick burst. Let's talk about that specific phrase for a minute. It feels like a sudden explosion, right? Fast, bright, and very intense.
That is a perfect visual description. It's definitely not slow or steady. It's like throwing dry paper onto a hot campfire. Whoosh! You get energy super fast, but it burns out very, very quickly.
Think about that for a second. The cycle just keeps repeating itself. It is a biological trap.
That makes total sense. It really explains my embarrassing cookie problem. So how can our listeners use these phrases tomorrow in daily life?
Try noticing your own daily habits. Next time you feel tired at work, ask yourself a question. Do I need a real meal or a quick burst? Just saying it out loud can interrupt that automatic survival mechanism.
I love that practical tip. It really makes you pause and think. I will definitely try using it tomorrow afternoon when I want a snack.
Oh,
Speaking of afternoons, let's look at that classic afternoon slump. We all grab a soda or candy thinking it fixes everything. But well, let's bust a major myth today. Dr. Marcus, does sugar give real energy?
that is the biggest myth in nutrition, Ryan. I mean, it's absolutely a very clever trick. We think it helps us, but honestly, it gives us a false promise.
A false promise? That sounds like a bad movie title.
It really does, but let's explore how this phrase actually feels. Imagine a friend promises to help you paint your entire house. You're so relieved, but they paint one single wall and leave.
Oh, wow. I would be so incredibly frustrated.
Exactly. You feel betrayed and completely exhausted. That is a false promise. You expected real support, but you got nothing useful.
Sugar does the exact same thing to your poor body. Interesting. It promises hours of focus, but vanishes. That makes perfect sense. You eat a glazed donut at work and type fast for 10 minutes. Then you suddenly feel completely awful. You've been there, right?
Oh, too many times. That sudden drop is the crash down.
The crash down. How does that feel differently than just being tired?
You shoot up to the top incredibly fast. Oh, I know that feeling. Your stomach drops completely. Exactly. Gravity takes over and you crash down to the bottom. It is not a gentle, slow decline into sleepiness. You crash down hard. Your body feels instantly heavy and weak. I see. So it is a very sudden physical exhaustion. Yes, and because you feel awful, you naturally crave more sugar. Ah, I get it now. Your brain wants that quick reward again. Precisely. It turns into a terrible daily habit very quickly. And it's tricky because there's hidden sugar everywhere. Even savory things, like your favorite pizza sauce. Even pizza is setting us up for a crash down. So what is our use it tomorrow tip to handle this? Tomorrow, do not eat a sweet snack completely by itself. Always pair it with some healthy fats or protein. Have a piece of cheese or some almonds with it. Okay, so add some nuts to the snack. Why does that help? This slows down the sugar entering your blood. It protects you from that miserable crash down later. That is brilliant. Almonds are the ultimate shield against the false promise. Let's switch gears here. I have a big question for you, Dr. Marcus. I don't eat much candy, so why do I still want sugar all the time? Well, honestly, it's because sugar grows tiny legs and climbs into your mouth. Wait, what? Are there tiny sugar ninjas living in my kitchen? I'm totally joking, but seriously, it feels like that sometimes. The truth is, sugar sneaks into almost everything we eat. Sneaks into. That sounds so devious, you know? Like a tiny thief. It is. When we say sugar sneaks into food, it feels like a betrayal. It's not just a definition, it feels like a secret agent infiltrating your pantry.
Wow, I never thought of it like a secret agent before.
Oh, absolutely. It hides in things you think are totally safe. Think about your favorite brand of pasta sauce or that healthy morning oatmeal packet.
Even pasta sauce? That is honestly heartbreaking. I love spaghetti.
I know. You eat it and your brain still gets that sweet reward.
So it becomes a habit without me even realizing it?
Exactly. Your body breaks the hidden sugar down into quick energy. Your brain loves that feeling, so it asks for more later.
I see. That explains why I crave a cookie after eating spaghetti.
Yes, your taste buds taste tomatoes, but your brain registers a dessert.
That is wild. So how do we stop these sneaky sugar ninjas?
You have to become a food detective. You must read the label.
Read the label. That usually sounds like such a boring chore, honestly.
I hear that a lot, but let's change how that feels. To read the label is actually empowering. It feels like putting on X-ray glasses.
Oh, I like that. X-ray glasses to see through the grocery store lies.
Precisely. You suddenly see the truth behind the bright, fancy packaging.
That makes sense. You catch the spy before it ever enters your house.
You nailed it. I dare you to find the hidden sugar in your pantry tomorrow.
Challenge accepted. So what's your best use it tomorrow tip for our listeners?
When you read the label, look for the tricky OS family.
The OS family? Who on earth are they?
Words like fructose, dextrose, or sucrose, those are just fancy scientific names for sugar. They wear a disguise to trick you. Do not let them fool you.
I bet my favorite barbecue sauce is full of OS ingredients.
It probably is. If you see an OS near the top, put it back.
Got it. I'm officially putting on my X-ray glasses next time I shop. Leaving the grocery aisle behind, well, we face the hardest part. How can we train our brains to want less sugar without feeling miserable?
Think of your brain like a very stubborn puppy, you know?
You cannot just snatch away its favorite chew toy.
Right.
If you do, it will cry, it will crave that toy all day long. It will literally tear up the furniture looking for it.
I definitely have a stubborn puppy brain. If I skip my afternoon cookie, I am pacing around the office.
Well, we all do. When you cut out all sweets instantly, your energy drops hard. You feel awful and cranky, your body thinks it is starving.
Right.
So we change the habit a lot differently. We do it step by step.
Step by step. How does that actually feel in practice?
It feels like walking down a gentle, grassy hill. It feels completely safe, you don't feel deprived or punished. You just swap one small thing at a time. I bet you figured that out.
Interesting. Walking down a gentle hill is much better than jumping off a cliff. But honestly, what happens to that instant reward feeling we love?
That's the best part. You actually retrain your taste.
Retrain my taste. Wait, does food actually start to taste different?
Yes, it feels like waking up to a whole new world of flavor. Suddenly, a fresh strawberry tastes incredibly sweet. It tastes like actual candy.
Interesting.
Before, your tongue was just numb. Processed sugar completely blasted your taste buds. They couldn't feel natural sweetness.
Oh, wow. So my morning coffee without syrup might actually taste good eventually.
Absolutely. Let's use your coffee as a perfect example. If you normally use 4 pumps of vanilla syrup, ask for 3 tomorrow. Do that for a few days, then drop it down to 2. If you reduce the syrup step by step, your brain happily adjusts. It takes about 2 weeks to retrain your taste. Just 2 short weeks.
That makes sense. 2 weeks is totally doable for anyone listening.
Exactly. So here's my use it tomorrow tip for you. Take your usual sweet treat, cut the sugar portion by just 1/4.
I see.
Don't eliminate it completely, just reduce it slightly. Your puppy brain will still get its toy. It will barely notice the change.
I love that. A tiny change for a huge win. Thank you, Dr. Marcus.
All right, Marcus, before we review our words, it is time for my favorite part of the show, the lightning round. I am going to throw some quick questions at you. Just give me your fastest gut reaction answer. No long doctor lectures allowed.
Oh, the pressure. I'm ready. Hit me.
Question 1. Is brown sugar actually healthier than white sugar? People always say it's more natural, you know?
Nope. It's a total myth. Your body treats them exactly the same. Honestly, it's like pouring water from a red cup or a blue cup. Your brain cannot tell the difference.
Oh, wow. I've been tricked. Okay, question 2. What about the sugar in fruit? Should we avoid sweet fruits?
Never! Fruit is absolutely great because it comes wrapped in fiber. Think of fiber like a speed bump on a road. It slows down the sugar rush so your body processes it safely.
I love that, a speed bump. But wait, what if I drink apple juice instead?
That's the trap. Juice removes the fiber. You lose the speed bump, so you get a massive crash later. Eat the whole apple.
Good to know. Question 3. When is the best time of day to have a sweet treat?
Right after a full meal, the real food in your stomach slows down the sugar absorption. It acts like a shield, so you avoid the big energy crash.
So no chocolate chip cookies on an empty stomach at midnight.
Exactly. Save the cookie for dessert after dinner. Your brain would thank you.
Well, that breaks my heart a little bit, but I appreciate the honesty. You survived the lightning round. Let's lock in what we learned today. It is time for the word review. Let's get these words into your daily vocabulary.
My absolute favorite part. Let's make sure these words stick in your brain permanently. No sugar required.
Exactly. First up, you might have heard us say the word crave.
Yes, think about the feeling when you walk past the bakery. You smell fresh, warm bread. Your mouth instantly waters. You cannot focus on your work anymore. You just want that bread.
That intense, heavy feeling is a craving. You want it desperately, like an itch you have to scratch.
Exactly. For your use it tomorrow moment, you can text a friend and say, I'm really craving some salty French fries right now. Let's go get some.
Perfect. And remember from our deep dive, we often crave sugar because it gives us a quick burst, a fast, bright explosion of power.
But then we always crash down. We lose all that power in a matter of minutes and feel completely exhausted.
Which brings us perfectly to our next word. You might have heard us say energy a lot today.
Energy is your body's battery. It is the fuel inside your physical tank. When it is completely full, you feel awake, alive, and ready to run a marathon.
And when it's empty, you can barely pull yourself off the sofa to grab the TV remote.
Right. So tomorrow at work, if someone asks you to start a huge, complicated new project at 4 p.m., you can say, I'm sorry, I just don't have the energy for this right now.
That is a very polite and useful sentence. Next on the list, you might have heard us say habit.
A habit is something you do on total autopilot. You don't even think about it anymore. Like tying your shoes or automatically reaching for a chocolate bar every single day at 3 p.m.
Your brain just does it without asking permission.
Yes. To use this tomorrow, try saying to your partner, I'm trying to build a new habit of walking for 20 minutes after dinner.
I like that, a healthy habit. Now, why do we build habits in the first place? Because of our next word. You might have heard us say reward.
Reward is a prize. It's the bright gold star your brain gives you when you do something it really likes.
It feels like winning a tiny trophy just for existing.
Exactly. Tomorrow, when you finish a really difficult task at school or work, tell yourself, I am going to watch my favorite movie tonight as a reward.
That sounds like a wonderful prize. But remember, if your reward is a snack, you need to read the label. You must look closely at the ingredients on the back of the box.
Because of our very last word today, you might have heard us say hidden.
Hidden. This is when something is playing a tricky game of hide and seek with you.
It is definitely there, but you cannot see it. It's completely out of sight, just like the sweet syrup in your favorite savory pizza sauce.
You think your dinner is perfectly safe, but the sugar is waiting in the dark.
Precisely. For your final use it tomorrow example, you could say, be careful, there is a hidden fee in this new gym contract.
Oh, I hate hidden fees even more than hidden sugar. Marcus, this has been incredibly helpful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It was my pleasure, Ryan. Keep up the great work, everyone. Small steps make a huge difference.
Learning English is a lot like retraining your taste buds, isn't it? At first, it feels difficult and you might want to give up. But if you take it day by day, it suddenly becomes natural.
Exactly. Consistency is where the magic happens, both for your brain and your language skills.
So true. Remember our promise from the start. we discovered exactly how sugar tricks your brain and learned simple ways to take back control. Your challenge for this week, try to find one source of hidden sugar in your kitchen. Just look at a label and see what you find. You don't have to throw it away, just notice it.
Awareness is always the first step to breaking a habit.
Before we go, tell us in the comments, what is the one snack you always crave when you are tired? Next time, think about that frustrating moment when you walk into a room and completely forget why you went in there. What is your brain doing in that exact second? We'll find out. This has been the Daily Spark Radio. See you next time.